Oh, wait. Okay. Never mind. I get it. Hold on. Hold on. I gotta test my audio and... I didn't do whatever. I know I didn't do whatever. I don't kill. Just gonna take as long as I need to take. Nice. You're my nephew. You know what? He's a video gamer. He's a pretty expert video gamer that rages a lot. Because a lot of people... What the f... Okay. Whatever. Hey, what's up? KingXerxes, a guy I've been following for a while. Actually, I have a couple videos on him. He spoke to Joe Robin. If you don't know who Joe Robin is, I'm sorry, I'm not going to explain who he is. Other than the fact that he's a presuppositionalist. Let me try that again. Presuppositionalist. Yes. Yeah, that's how you say it. Which means he presupposes God. He talked to KingXerxes and I have thoughts about it. So, here we go.
So that at least when I'm addressing an atheist, a global atheist, this is what a conception of God that we can work with. So I'm defining God merely as that which is fundamental and ultimate, and the mind, meaning that God is conscious. Okay, ultimate meaning that God, all things derive and depend upon God. God is that which is metaphysically primary. Okay, that's all I'm defining God to be in this context because you're an atheist. So do you deny the existence of God as I've just defined it?
I don't believe such a thing exists.
That was a yes or no question. You just gave a set of answers. Do you deny the existence of God?
I'm an atheist, but I would maybe take on board that.
Again, with the loaded, intentionally dishonest language, this is absurd. This is absurd.
Real quick, guys, real quick. Hey, other people in the room, this is between J. Robin and Xerxes. I'm mostly just moderating, so other people refrain from cutting in, please.
To deny something is a implication that I'm rejecting the truth of a proposition. I'm not rejecting any truth. I'm merely unconvinced that a God exists. J. Robin's position is that a God exists. I'm not convinced that he's correct in that. But he keeps framing it to try and put me in a pigeonhole where I have to make an overt claim against his position, and I'm not going to do that. I am not convinced that any gods
that's what J. Robin does.
Exist. Based on every definition I've heard of the Christian God, I am convinced that one doesn't exist.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't pigeonhole you to anything. I actually asked you a question to be clear as to what your position was. So I didn't.
I just explained my position. I just made it abundantly clear.
I asked you. So now, if you're overtalking me again, I'd like not to be overtalked. I didn't overtalk you. Okay. So yeah, I asked you if you denied the existence of God. Now I'm taking it that you do not deny the existence of God. So the answer to the question would be no.
I reject the wording that you're using. I'm not going to respond to that wording. I have given you my position.
Yeah, that wording is wrong because it's... I'm with Xerxes, so I don't believe a God exists. I don't have enough evidence to convince me that a God exists. Especially the Christian God.
I have given you my position. I have given you my position, J. Robin. I have given you my position. We're not going to be fighting on a script.
I'm speaking. Can you not overtalk me?
I have given him my position on the subject. He can respond to that, or he can move on.
Look, can we get a moderation? Can we get moderation?
Yeah, no, I got Xerxes. He's trying to clarify what he's asking. If you reject the wording, allow him to clarify.
I know what he's asking. He does this all the time.
Okay,
he's on a script.
Let him ask again. Hang on, stop right there, Xerxes. Let him ask again. Go ahead, J. Robin.
Okay. So
It's ignoring him.
I'm actually presenting Xerxes with a true dichotomy. A true dichotomy is representative of the third law of logic, which is that there is either the proposition is either true or it's false or not true. Okay, A or not A. Okay, so when I'm presenting Xerxes with a proposition. Either you
But in this context, you would need evidence for A in order to affirm that A exists.
deny the existence of God or not, right? That's a true dichotomy. There are no other options other than either Xerxes denies the proposition or he does not deny the proposition. Now let's be clear what denial means. Denial is the affirmation of the negation of a premise. So for example, if I say I deny, in this sense, as I'm using it here, I'm saying if I say I deny that the sun is going to rise tomorrow, I'm holding to the proposition that the sun will not rise tomorrow. Okay, so now when it comes to the issue of God's existence, and God's already been defined as that which is ultimate and a mind. If you need clarification on that again, I've already defined it, but I can do it again if you need me to. But let's just say here, if my position is the denial of God, that means I'm actively holding to the proposition that God, as he's been defined, does not exist. Now, it's a true dichotomy. Either you deny the existence of God or you do not. Okay, and I've defined all my terms. So now, Xerxes, do you deny the existence of God? Yes or no?
I am unconvinced that a God exists.
That's not a yes. Is that a yes? Does that constitute a yes or no to my question? Because it's a true dichotomy, so it's a yes or no question. So did that?
I have given you my position. No? I have outlined it explicitly. I'm not going to play your silly word games. No, Zan, I'm not playing his word games because he argues on his script.
I'm not playing word games with you.
They are word games. I'm sorry, but Joe Robin is playing word games. He always plays word games. I've heard him do this myself on many occasions.
He is playing word games. He wants to pigeonhole me into this denial category. I will not play that game.
Why are you acting like women? Stop eating estrogen.
Okay. Did I present you with a true dichotomy, Xerxes?
I gave you my position. I'm not playing the word games.
Now again, look at this, the evasion.
I gave you my position. I'm not playing the word games. J. Robin, okay. Why don't you prove your intellectual prowess here and argue against my wording of the true dichotomy is? Argue against Xerxes, my choice of words of my position. Argue against that, J. Robin. Don't try to put words in my fucking mouth.
You gotta address what he's saying, Xerxes.
No, I don't. I don't have to do anything. He challenged me. I gave him my position. He now refuses to argue on my terms.
You didn't answer the question. You didn't answer the question. It's like me asking you.
I have made it abundantly clear what my position is.
It's like me asking you. Do you believe that God exists? Well, I like to go to McDonald's.
I have made it.
No, that is a false analogy, and yeah. He's trying to say that Xerxes is changing the subject, and no, KingXerxes was not trying to change the subject. He answered his question. J. Robin just doesn't like his answer.
Abundantly clear what my position is.
And then when I tell you you didn't answer the question, you're like, oh no, J. Robin, I answered the question. You're just not going to answer on my terms because no, you didn't answer a question in a way that was relevant to what I asked you. I presented with you or to you a true.
He didn't answer the way J. Robin didn't want. Okay, let's try that again. He didn't answer the way J. Robin wanted him to.
Dichotomy, meaning that the only answer that you're going to give to this question is yes or no. Anything other than that would be a dodge and an evasion.
It depends what kind of question you're asking. If it's about a belief, someone can definitely say that they don't believe. It doesn't work like that, dude.
Everyone here in the room can see uncertain? That, okay? This is obvious. If he's going to say he's uncertain or he doesn't know, then what he's saying is that he doesn't have access to his own mental states. Because I'm asking him if he affirms a proposition. It was just an attitude statement, a mental attitude statement.
You can stop snorting coke, J. Robin. This is getting out of hand.
Whether or not, let's be clear.
So I'm being convinced it's not about knowledge.
Let's be clear. If Xerxes wants to go the route of saying, I don't know whether or not I deny a proposition, What he's saying is that I don't have access to my own
Well,
belief.
Well, no. That's not what it
No. Xerxes is saying he doesn't have enough evidence to convince him.
means.
Right?
That's not what it
Hang
means,
on,
dude.
Yes, it is. Because a belief,
J. Robin, dude.
a
Some dog.
belief. Can you please not overtalk me? A belief, by definition, is an attitude that you're going to have towards a proposition.
Just shut the
A
fuck
denial
up, J.
is
Robin. Nobody
A
cares.
denial is another type of attitude that you're going to have towards a proposition. So if you say, I don't know whether or not I'm denying a proposition, or if you say, I don't know, I believe a proposition, then what you're really saying is, I don't know what attitude
Just
I
gonna
have
let him
towards
sit
a
here and
proposition.
monologue and
which is
nothingness
a way of
say-
saying,
Hold on.
Belief requires, say it with me, evidence.
Hold on.
Really?
which is a way of saying that
This
you
is
don't
a
have
waste of
access, which is a
time.
way of saying,
Look,
which is
Oh.
a
you're
way
not-
of saying,
hang on.
which is a way of saying that you don't have
J-Rob,
access to your own
J-
belief.
J. Robin,
Yeah, go
J.
ahead.
Robin, I got you.
Waste
I
of
hear you.
time.
But okay, so Xerxes, now we're at the point where you either have to engage with and address what he's saying, because he has made it clear he's giving you a true dichotomy where you have to either answer the question of yes or
I
no,
disagree.
or that you don't have access to your mental state. That's
No.
basically that's your
No,
that's your,
that's
those
not-
are your three options. Which
No, that's not how that works.
one is it going to be?
Nope.
If you're not going to engage with that, then I guess the conversation's over and you forfeit.
I told J. Robin from the fucking start I'm not playing the script game. I
Alright, then you
laid
forfeit.
out my
It's over, it's
positions
over, you're
in.
done.
And he lost. And he lost. Right. Because I presented to him a true dichotomy, and he can't answer according to the dichotomy, which means he just violates his own laws of logic that he claims to be ultimate. He worships the laws of logic.
hold on.
Now when I'm presenting it to him, he's completely and utterly folds and just taps out. Like this is
putting words
pathetic. And he
into his
calls
mouth.
himself
Here,
and he
real
calls
quick,
himself
Wow.
CEO of
real quick.
atheism.
So real quick, KingXerxes, we'll give you one last chance. I will unmute you. I'll give you one last chance. Engage. If I'm a coward, I'm gonna prove myself not a coward. Give you a chance to speak. Address what J. Robin is asking you, and the conversation can continue. Otherwise, I guess it's over.
J. Robin wants to know my position. I gave him my position. Now he wants to put words in my mouth. Everybody can see that's what's fucking
well,
happening.
I'll
The
do it
only
one more
reason
time.
you're entertaining
Okay,
it is
everyone can
because
see
you're
this?
letting him do it on your side of the argument.
Okay. Let's see if everyone can see this. Okay, so look, I'm gonna say this
J.
again
Robin,
for
shut
everyone
the
in
fuck
room,
up.
in
Nobody
case you didn't
cares.
hear. I'm gonna
I
say
wanna
the
hear.
question. I'm gonna ask the question one more time. I promise I'll be like 30
He heard it
seconds,
4
okay? I
times.
promise. This is a true dichotomy.
J. Robin, why are you
A or
incapable
not.
of arguing against my position? Why
am I
can't you
getting- why
argue
am I
against
getting
my
overtalked?
position?
Somebody's obstructing.
Xerxes.
You're obstructing, Xerxes.
Go ahead, go
You're
ahead.
obstructing.
You're such a liar, dude. You're
This
such a
is
dishonest piece of shit.
A true dichotomy.
Subhuman.
A true dichotomy. You can okay. Yeah, a true dichotomy is derivative of the third law of logic, which is that a proposition is either true or false. Okay, so let's say a true dichotomy: A or not A. Okay, that's what it is. Now, either Xerxes denies the existence of God.
Believe. There we go. Did you hear that? Believes. Oh, no. I don't want to say that because that would require evidence. Instead of believes, he says deny. That is the word games that Xerxes is talking about.
God, or he does not, right? There's no other option. Either I'm denying something, or anything other than that would be in the category of not denying something, okay? That's all I'm asking him. So when I ask Xerxes, do you deny the existence of God? It's a yes or no question. It's not maybe I deny it. No, it's either you are denying, you say God does not exist, or that's not what you're saying right now. Now I'm asking Xerxes the question, and he has not been able to answer the question. So let's see if you
So
can
he's
do it
not
again.
affirming
Not a
it.
dichotomy, Robin.
Hang on.
Yes, it is.
Nobody else
No, it's
interject.
not.
Hang on. Let it.
It just means he's not affirming it if he says.
Stop, guys. No, let him defend his own position.
I've already laid out my position.
Yeah, I don't get why when there's a debate, these. I don't get why when there's a debate, the moderators don't immediately mute everybody that talks except for the debaters. I don't get it because if you don't mute them, you give them the opportunity to interject, which is stupid. If there's a debate, you should just either mute everybody else or do it in a way in which nobody else can talk. And they actually have that thing on Discord. It's called a stage, where only the people on this stage can talk. I don't get why people don't do that.
Repeatedly,
Xerxes.
I've already said,
Xerxes.
I do not believe that the Christian God doesn't exist. I'm convinced the Christian God doesn't exist. But as far as any other God that does not possess the same characteristics or attributes as the Christian God, I don't know.
Okay, so you're being neutral. You're trying to posit a position of neutrality, is essentially what you're saying.
Neutral
neither
as far as
affirm
every other God
nor-
except the Christian God.
Uh-huh.
The
Okay.
Christian God is the
That's
one
not
you
possible.
believe in, J. Robin. Stick to that.
Yeah. But that's not. It's not about my position. It's about me asking you to defend yours. But bottom line
Again,
is,
see,
you cannot
that's
be
the point.
neutral.
He doesn't want to
cannot
argue
be
on the same
neutral.
footing. He has to
cannot
put
be
me on the
neutral.
offensive here.
I'm
He
speaking
will
right now.
not allow
Speaking right
for
now.
anybody to probe his own
trying
worldview.
to speak.
This is dishonest.
Hang on.
Yeah, and he does that in order to get owns. That's what he cares about. I don't think he wants to just talk. That's whatever.
I gave him my position. He cannot erect an argument against that, so he has to put fucking words in my mouth.
Actually, I'm
I
trying
just
to- I'm
said
trying to do that
flat
right now,
out,
but
I
you
do
can't
not
let me talk.
accept the existence of the Christian God, and I believe it doesn't exist. That's not enough for him.
Okay.
He wants me to make a broad
hang on.
spectrum
Xerxes,
denial
Xerxes.
of every
You
God that's
understand-
ever been conceived.
Hey,
He is dishonest.
because-
Fucking pin him down on that.
This is not how this is gonna go, Xerxes. Not how this is gonna go. You're not just gonna sit here and yell over me. I'm the moderator of this room. Okay?
I don't
Xerxes,
care,
let me in.
Zin. I
Do you
don't.
understand why?
So-
Do you understand why he is not accepting your local denial?
Because he is an intellectually dishonest charlatan who's only capable of parroting Darth Dawkins.
He's doing it because you have
This term, local and global atheist, it's relatively new from what I know. It's relatively new so that the Christians can go, it's not local, that's global, or that's not global, that's local. It's weird. I'm not sure if those terms are new or not. It might not be, I don't know. It's just how I see it.
you have affirmed that you deny all God concepts. You
No,
are a
I
global
don't. I don't. I just said I don't.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Look, that's fine. Xerxes can say that he's neutral. I'm trying to tell him right now he can't be neutral. Not when it comes to that which is your worldview context. Okay.
You can not believe.
If you're speaking intelligibly about the world, okay, then you're going to be doing so with respect to a metaphysical outlook. Do you accept
Yeah,
that?
he's double
Xerxes?
speaking
And
again.
By metaphysical outlook, we're talking about some sort of a framework that's going to
More double
propositional
speak,
nature,
more
of course,
monologue,
because-
more
because you're
incoherent
talking about-
nonsense.
because you're talking about the nature of reality, the nature of truth, right? And so if you're speaking intelligibly about the world, do you not accept that you're going to be speaking with respect to a metaphysical context? Do you accept that? Go ahead, Xerxes. You can answer. That was the question.
Tag me in.
I'm gonna lay out to you why you cannot be neutral towards God as He's been defined. And that's the first premise. The first premise is that
Hang on, real quick.
that everyone-
finish this up? And I think it's over after this. I don't think he's going to be able to address
yeah,
it. But
Xerxes,
finish up
Xerxes
and-
is in that. Yeah, Xerxes is an intellectual. He's
But say
ignorant,
what you're going to
you know.
say. Say what you're going to say, and then
Yeah.
we'll move on.
So you
Well,
cannot be
I'll-
neutral. Xerxes was trying to posit neutrality. Xerxes was trying to posit neutrality.
I'm not
towards
positing
God.
neutrality.
We're talking about God. I asked you, and you said yes. You said so. Insofar
All right,
as,
this is-
I believe the Christian
okay,
God doesn't
hold
exist,
on.
and everything else I don't know. You
Okay, this. This is kind of infuriating. But I will pin a link to this debate in the comment section, so everybody else can see it. Comment section. Hold on, I need to. Okay. Wait. It's a loop. Don't worry about it. Who's the link? And then I'll pin it. Pin it so you can see it, but I don't want to. Yeah, this. Yeah, I don't want to watch any more of this. I'll see you in the next video.